Who are we sending this to? It is the number one thing that you want to ask when you're doing email marketing. Who is this going to? Did they convert yesterday on your website? Or is this an old customer list from last year? Or is there all the people that missed your appointment? Who is it? If you don't have a pretty good idea on who is this going to, everything else is going to fail. Number one thing I try to do is we got to segment the data, say, hey, this is my data. These are all the people that never bought my product. But that's probably 4,000 people. Sending an email to all 4,000 people sounds like a bad idea because some of those people were from 2 years ago. So they don't remember you, or they don't really want the product anymore. They changed their mind. They bought something else. So it's not going to work. So how about we take that same list? Let's take everybody in the last 90 days that came and didn't buy my product. How about everybody that's in the East Coast? If you have that information based on their time zone or whatever, let's have that email go out of Ashley because she's in East Coast, so she can respond to them. They can have this relationship. But let's say Alex is in the West Coast. We're going to split that two ways. The 90 days, East Coast, West Coast. Now it's going to go out of you because guess what? When they call you at 7 o'clock Eastern, you're going to be able to take because it's only your 4 o'clock. We need to know who that is. Number two, what are we sending them? Is it relevant to them? So if they didn't buy your product and it's in the last 90 days and you may now have an offer, you can put that offer and say, hey, I'm having an end of year special. I'm having an end of the quarter special. I'm having this. It might make sense for you to do. You inquired not too long ago. I want to talk about that product. I want to talk about this. Do you have some time? That's going to drive them to want to act. And the third piece would be measuring it. Let's look at East Coast versus West Coast. What's the open rate? What's the click-through rate? How many people responded? But if I didn't actually do my job with number one, who is it going to and what am I sending to them? I could look at the metrics all day and it wouldn't make any sense because, you have great open rate, but nobody replied. Or you have people that you email that's 2 years old. They don't even need that and they didn't open. Of course they didn't open. They don't care. That's not going to be relevant. So let's really make it simple. Who is it going to? What are we sending to them? And what happened?